Good morning. You're watching FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. We're at Surface's first day of the show, and I'm with Bill Anderson, the CEO of Karndean DesignFlooring. Bill, how you doing?
Good, Kemp. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be with you. You know, we made a big deal in our recording last year about your 50th birthday. So you're 51 years old this year, right?
That is correct. Yeah, 1973 was the first year that Mr. Walker started our company. Celebrated 50 years. A little bit bigger last year at the show. So yeah, this year's 51 years.
And a couple things I'd like to point out about Karndean. Obviously, by the name, you focus on design. But another thing that most people know, the dealers out here and the installers, is that if they put in a Karndean floor, it's going to perform. It's got dimensional stability. There's not going to be any issues. How do you pull that off?
We put a lot of effort into design. Obviously, as you mentioned, it's in our name. So we put a lot of time, a lot of research into making sure that what you see is what we think is on trend. But we also put a lot of effort into making sure that our manufacturing processes and the way that we select who we work with and partnerships that we've had for many years has kind of allowed us to make sure that we can be consistent in the quality of the product that we put out. So we do have very low claim rates, and a lot of that has to be with the fact that we have many years of history with the folks that are helping us design, develop, and bring product to market.
Another thing that we definitely need to point out is you're a family-owned company and have been the whole time, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We still are the Walker, Mike Walker and the family started our business, as you mentioned before, 51 years ago. Still family owned. We have some layers in place now just to keep us all kind of in order. I run the U.S. We have other people running other parts of the company. But they're still active. We still see them occasionally, and it's we're one of those lucky companies that are still privately held, still family owned. The people that started it still own us, so that gives us a little bit of flexibility that others don't have.
And there's continuity with you as well, because I think you've been here since 2009. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been here 2009. So this is actually the start of my 15th year. So in October this year will be 15 years for me at Karndean, and I've been in this position since 2019. So it's been it's been a great run, and we're really looking forward to this year.
Most people know that the second half of 23 was soft. Actually, a lot of 23 was soft, and yet the show. I mean, let me ask you, the show's actually pretty busy, isn't it?
We've been jam-packed. We've had appointments made. We try to do pre-appointments leading up to the event so that we're using our time the best that we can. But we've been busy all day, and that's been great because we are showcasing some new products that we're bringing out. We're going with some Art Select visuals that are kind of our high-end visuals, and we're going to do that in a rigid core and a glue down. And we're also bringing some loose lay visuals to market this year. So there's a lot of exciting things to talk about, but we've been busy, and people seem to be excited about what we're offering.
Well, actually, segue right into that. Tell us a little bit more about what you're telling your customers when they come in here about new products.
New products, we still stand firmly on the design aspect of it, and what LVT is. We only do LVT, so we're lucky we get to tell the same story over and over. We don't have to change that up. But we are coming out. Our Art Select is a 30 mil product. It's going to have a little bit more bells and whistles in the embossing and the beveling and things like that. And loose lay technology is something that we feel we do very well, and bringing fresh and new designs into our loose lay offering helps bridge the gap between retail, commercial applications, and really giving a solution for anything that anybody needs.
I'm looking at some of these new samples you've got on the floor here, and those are some gorgeous products that, you got a herringbone and chevron, and looks like it's going into a richer coloring a little bit next year. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we do a lot of research into trying to be on point with our trends and everything that goes with the development of the products. But, there's a little bit of a shift, shifting a little bit away from, at least we are, a little bit away from those old rustic kind of, very warm, dark type looks into more of what you see here on the floor, a little bit more of the the medium type, tones, but also, as you mentioned, having the ability to have the flexibility to go, after it in a couple different laying patterns as well is important to us. So not only can you get the right color, but then you bring it into the floor like that. Looking at it those different ways really makes it look nice.
Another thing I'd like to point out is you play both on the residential and the commercial side of this business, right?
That's correct. Yeah, we don't have we tend to bring some visuals to market that may be more pertinent in commercial than that would be in residential, but we want everybody to be able to sell it. We go everything from a 12 mil glue down the whole way up to a 30 mil rigid core glue down now, and everything in between, because we want to be able to service 150 square foot or 150,000 square foot. We feel that we play very well in that. In fact, the company is about split down the middle, 50% commercially based, 50% retail based.
So 51 years, and you focus in the resilient business. Are you the oldest in the business?
That's a good question, Kemp. I'm not sure. I know that if you take from, we've only been in the States since the mid '90s, right. But I'd have to say that if you go back to '73, I'd say Mike was probably at the very beginning of what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Bill. It's good to spend time with you. Thanks for spending time with our listeners. Again, been talking to Bill Anderson, the CEO with Karndean DesignFlooring, and you've been watching Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.